Welcome back. Today we're going to be making ginseng tea. What you're going to need is a good source of water, we have white American ginseng, which is considered superior to red Panax ginseng. We're going to need a pot, we're going to need a cup, we're going to need a stir, going to need some honey if you like it sweet, and then we have our mortar and pestle. Water temperature is incredibly important when you're making ginseng tea. With coffee, you want to have the bubbles be known as frog eyes, and that's small bubbles. But for the ginseng, you want fish eyes, and fish eyes are the larger bubbles. And this is how you can tell the temperature of the water without a thermometer. However, elevation changes will vary these temperatures with the boiling points. Let's get started. We're going to crush the ginseng. We're going to make it into a fine powder. And the amount I'm using is a lot larger than just a single cup. However, this can be used throughout the next week without needing to grind more. And if some falls out, that's okay. Pick it up, work in a clean area, put it back in. Ginseng has a very specific smell. There are many different ways to tell how old the roots are. And there's different ways to tell the quality based on the age, where it grew, how long it took to grow, what the nutrients were given. I'm not going to go into that in this video. In this video, we're just going to go into making a simple tea. And the finer it's ground, I've found, the better it works. And when I say work, it gives energy. However, if you're not in a place where you can, if you're not planning to be active, don't use it. Might not feel good. But today we got to do some stretches, some breathing exercises, and some forced sitting exercises. And the sitting, well, we'll get to that later. Today we'll just focus on the ginseng. And dosage with ginseng varies due to the potency of the root that you're using. Some roots, they're not as strong as others, and they'll require a little bit more to get the same effect. Whereas other roots, they take a very, very small amount to achieve the energy effects and the healing effects that this root has to offer. This root has been used for a very long time by people, and it's known as, I believe it's called a panacea. It works in all aspects of the body without large side effects. Some of the side effects I've noticed is my gut. It'll kind of give me a jittery gut, and that means it feels a little upset. But if I'm not active, and I'm not using the energy given, that's why I feel this way. So, now that we're about into a nice powder, you can see it getting dusty. We're going to put this into our extra bag. And I do this so throughout the week I can grab a spoonful and I can make a cup with it. This is a rather large amount. This can make mini cups. I like making a lot of drinks. I like making green teas and coffees. And I have a 9-thing tea, a 10-thing tea, a 12-thing tea. When I say thing, I mean the ingredients. You know, different seasons. I drink different things. You know, in the summer I may drink just ginseng. In the winter I may just drink ginger tea. It all really depends on, you know, how am I feeling? What is the purpose? I already have some ginseng in here. It's been ground. And what I do, I just take this, put my powder in here. And you don't want to grind too much because you want the powder fresh. You know, I'm a believer that as soon as you cut a vegetable or a fruit, it should be eaten pretty quick. You know, it shouldn't stay. I'm not sure if there's life force essence secreting as soon as you open it. I've been told it is. I don't know. I know that that's quite a bit. That's a good amount to get you going here. I don't like to waste any of it because it's fairly expensive, but it's if you use it properly, it's not that expensive. It's really not. You know, if you're sensitive to caffeine or any of those types of things, it's better to start off with small bits and see how your body does. Ooh, spill a little bit, that's okay. Now, we're talking about frog eye and the fish eye. And those are bubbles that show up in the water to let you know what the temperature is. And here in just a moment, I'm gonna get a picture of what the frog eyes look like, and I'm gonna get a picture of what the fish eye looks like. And we're going for the fish eye today because the ginger likes to be heated a little bit more than coffee to make sure that it works properly. Hang on just a moment. Now here we are again. I'm going to turn the heat up because right now it's not boiling. However, the temperature is proper, and we're going to test it by applying heat one more time, and the bubbles should boil very quickly, and that's the fish eye. There's the fish eyes. Turn the heat back down. Now that our water's ready, what I like to do, this is my little stir, and it's good to have. I'm going to start out with a little bit. I haven't had this root specifically yet, so I use just a small amount. Wrap my bag up, keep it in a safe place, an area that's dark. Now I'm going to go get my, how we call it, fish eye water. I'll pour it in there. Notice. Traditionally, it may be stirred with something else. However, I just like to use just a chopstick. And what I've noticed is if the water's not hot enough, the ginseng will clump up. I'm not sure why. There's a lot more that I don't know than I do know. But once the ginseng powder mixes well, I like to add just a little bit of honey. You don't have to, but I like to. It's a little sweeter. Now, honey is one of those things I've learned to find that it's a sugar that makes me feel good. Honey traditionally is a golden nectar. I'm going to throw some honey in here. 2, 3, 4. I like a lot of honey. Well, there's not a lot, but you understand. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. That's okay either way. So I give it a little stir again. And then I'll let it sit for just a moment. Just long enough to let it get cool enough to drink. Otherwise, it might burn your tongue. That's no bueno. No good. So, again, we got our mortar and pestle, our little stir, need some honey, and we have ginseng. Thanks for joining me to make my morning tea with me. Well, it's ginseng tea, so come back again and we'll talk about making coffee and making ginger and turmeric teas, 9-thing, 10-thing tea. And you'll notice the tea is actually very active. So thanks again, and we'll see you soon.